NBA.com's Michael C. Wright and the Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations and our former colleague. And in case you or anybody else has forgotten, remember after he was the GM for LeBron and before he was the Executive Vice President for Zion, he was stuck with us fools in Atlanta here at NBA TV. So, Griff, Michael, take it away.
Griff, I have been on two Ubers today, checked into a hotel today, and in every one of those transactions, I heard the name Zion Williamson. So I could just imagine what life might be for you right now. Give me an idea of what the excitement level is about him.
It's so funny because I did the same thing, Ubers and all of that, and I heard the name Kevin Cottrell. So it's everybody knows. It's a big deal.
Kevin's a big deal.
I'm really excited for him. He went through so much to get back. We put him through an awful lot more rehab than he would have wanted to go through. The dedication he had to it is about to be paid off for him because he gets to do what he loves, so I'm excited. More importantly, I'm excited about the building right now and the energy in the place because it's a playoff vibe to it, and the Spurs are in town. They're ahead of us in the standings. They're a team that if we want to be a playoff team, we have to beat. And so this is a really good measuring stick for us. We've been playing much better of late, and I hope that continues.
Well, initially you said 6 to 8 weeks, and it ended up the rehab process went longer than expected. I'm curious to know why you decided to take the approach you did, like with the body mechanics and the posture and, his gait and his stride and all those things.
Yeah, so I think it became pretty clear once we got him on campus in the first place that there were a lot of things mechanically about Zion that were sort of baffling. He generates so much torque. He's so incredibly quick laterally. But he was really bound up in the hips, and he didn't have a lot of ankle dorsiflexion, and a lot of the things that mechanically you need to address as an athlete, he didn't really have a full grasp of, I guess, and really hadn't developed very much. And so he's as good as he is and was as good as he was without really addressing any of the underlying issues. So when we were in a situation where we had a captive audience, we wanted to continue to make great strides, and I feel like we've done that.
Jared?
Well, Griff, I know you guys have a lot of high expectations there in New Orleans, and you are far from done, but it's been just over 8 months since you were hired to rebuild this organization. Can you explain how far the city and the organization and the fan base has come and what tonight truly means for all of that to come to fruition?
Yeah, I think it's just a big night for everybody again because this is a playoff-like atmosphere. And I think our fans have been ready for this moment relative to Zion. But I think really when you look around the building tonight, you're going to see very much a sellout crowd. Our first 8 games were sold out as well, and people weren't coming because Zion wasn't playing. So what excites me about tonight is we're going to have a full house, get to see Brandon Ingram, who is absolutely an all-star. I hope he is an all-star. He's carried us throughout this first part of the season to an enormous degree. I'm excited for him that people are now going to be paying a little bit more attention. But what it means to the city is very much what it's meant from the beginning. Mrs. Benson's put us in a position to do this exactly right. And this is just what I think and I hope is the first of many nights people start to recognize that.
Griff, I still feel like we have that TV chemistry because you knew exactly the next topic I was going to. With the 10th leading scorer in the NBA, Brandon Ingram, with how he's been playing, how do you see Brandon and Zion on the court together, and how much are you looking to learn about building around those two for a long time to come?
Well, I think one of the things that we really benefited from, and it was difficult to know the degree to which it was true, was when Brandon went through the rehab he did from his surgery, he gained so much strength in his upper body. Everything he did to lift his shoulders up and to open himself up really gave him a great deal more strength. And the three-point shot, which used to be a heave, is something that he rolls into really comfortably now from very deep. And so I think from a catch-and-shoot perspective, we've seen him grow and evolve with Fred Vinson, our shooting coach. He's done some incredible work on his own as well. So I think the fit with he and Zion is really good because they can both make plays for other people. They can both finish, but they finish in different ways. Zion putting more pressure on the rim and Brandon being a jump shooter. And really, this is a thing that analytics people won't want you to say. He's an extremely efficient mid-range jump shooter. And that fits well with the rest of what we have. And Lonzo Ball's development as a shooter as well with Fred has been staggering. And so we feel like this return for Zion comes at the right time because our team's ready now for this. And I think we have a chance to take a significant step forward because of that.
Last quick thing for you, Griff. Did you have any last encouraging words for Zion before he makes his NBA debut?
He didn't need to hear anything from me. He's heard plenty from everybody else. What everybody is hearing from us is that this is the Spurs tonight. And when the evil empire comes to town, you got to take care of business. And that's what this is about.
Says a man who used to work in the Phoenix Suns organization. It's heard loud and clear across the country. David Griffin, always a pleasure. I'm glad we'll be doing this every night before every game that you have the rest of the season. Thanks for agreeing to that.
No problem. If Sekou Smith asks for it, he gets it.
Thanks, Griff. Appreciate that. And Michael C. Wright from NBA.com will be checking back in with you several times before tip-off tonight. Very gracious of Griff to join us tonight before a big night around the NBA. Much more on the anticipation of Zion making his debut. This is Crunch Time, presented by Taco Bell. I'm Jared Greenberg, and joining us tonight, the NBA champion, Brendan Haywood, as well as